Melanie? Do you guys hear me? Can you hear us now? I can hear Melanie.
I can hear you.
Oh, great. I can't hear you, Tosca. Somebody just said no sound. Still no sound. But you and I can hear. Oh, yes. People can hear
We
us.
can
You can hear us. Can hear you now. Okay, great. Hey, I think they can hear us now. To do this.
Oh, great. Thank you, everyone.
Ah, good. That was a little.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're back. So we were just saying, filming in Italy. You felt like Ariel.
Yes, it was amazing. Everything was just magic. I haven't been there since I was a teenager.
Yes, I
So
remember. Yeah.
it was so wonderful. Also, we were pretty exhausted, so the whole thing sort of felt like a dream as well. It was just crazy. And the hotel that we stayed in, that Gabriel and Julia stayed in, is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, we actually all
Um,
stayed in that hotel. We stayed in the actual hotel that's in the book, and then we filmed in the hotel as well. So that was quite special.
It was amazing. Loved it. And there's been questions about, do I know Italian? Now, I really should because I am half Italian. My dad's side's Italian, Zanetti's Italian. I have family just outside Milan. But I don't. My grandparents never really spoke to my dad in Italian, and it didn't get passed on. So that is actually one of my quarantine plans.
Right.
Actually, Tosca and I talked about this before we go back to Italy. We need to learn some. So I'll get that, guys,
Yeah.
and then we'll do some.
Well, I remember while we're on set, I was like, oh, just while they're doing setups, I got Duolingo and I was trying to learn Italian. And it's really interesting because I could start to understand Italian just by Duolingo, just seeing a few words, ragazza and ragazzo, and just hearing them. Then I don't know. I felt like I could jump in there and I'm like, I can learn Italian. Ah, if Julio can learn English.
Where you're like, I know this word, and Julio's like, no, I've been saying that when I get it wrong. I'm swearing. Don't say that.
No. All right. So next question. So we've done the most difficult scene to film so far was probably the rain. Yeah. I don't know. Just speaking on Italy and just talking about how. Oh, Ali just said the live is frozen. Is it still frozen, Ali? Can you guys see us? I think that we're okay now. Maybe it's frozen. We're working, right? Yeah. All right. Hopefully it's not frozen. We'll see. But trying to see how I can chat to people at the same time. It's so weird, you know. It's like all these things. No. Okay, yes for some and no for others. Okay, well, great. It's fine for others. All right. No, we're good, says Lauren. Hi, Lauren. I miss you. Yes, so working in Italy, this was a very interesting thing. So we basically finished filming on one day. Then the next day we jumped on a flight to, and this was our travel to Italy. We arrived at the airport in Syracuse at 10 a.m. for our 11 a.m. flight to get to Newark for our 7 p.m. flight via Portugal to Florence, right? This was our long travel. But when we get to the airport in Syracuse, our flight is delayed by 5 hours. 5 hours. We have a lot of travel to do. So we hang out in the airport for 5 hours, then finally get on the plane. Then we land in New Jersey and we have a person there meeting us at the gate who just grabs us and says, we'll get your luggage. And we're like, okay. And we run and we just make it to our flight to get to Portugal. But our luggage doesn't get on that flight. And then we get to Portugal and then that flight is also delayed. And then we run.
Thank God. Because I leave, I'm so exhausted and groggy. When I pick my stuff up, my passport has fallen off the table next to me and I leave it on the plane.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to be stuck in Portugal. I was like, you all go get on that plane. And then in the end, it was delayed. So someone ran me through the airport to the other plane. It was crazy. It was so nuts.
I'm just telling Ali. Ali's just sent me another message saying that it's frozen for everyone. Everyone's saying it's not frozen. So I don't know what to say. Anyway, but yeah, so then we finally ran on ahead. You got your passport, had to go back, and fortunately they delayed the plane to Florence as well. So as we get to that plane, we've been running, and you know, we have Dennis, and Dennis is like moving so fast, and we're getting there, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, just forget about the luggage. So then we finally all get on this flight to Florence, and we arrive in Florence with no luggage whatsoever, and no one there to tell us where it is, and they don't know where it could be or who we could contact. And keep in mind that all of our costumes, all the actors' costumes, are in this luggage, so we have no way of filming if we don't have the costume.
Very specific costumes that have been carefully picked, that are exactly like the book.
Yeah, very specific. So instead, there's all of us going, all right, we can do this. We have not slept. I'd like to remind you that we have not slept. And we are now running to stores, different stores in Florence, looking for clothes that match what's in the book that we have to find in 4 hours.
And we have the language barrier, so we need to have Julio translating everything as well. It is crazy.
Yeah, with nothing. We had, and then so we also, like, Melanie are like, here's a t-shirt, here's some underwear, great, and now let's get clothes. Yeah.
Goodbye. That's
yeah. Oh, my mom's on. Hi, Mom.
Oh. Hey, man.
So in any case, yeah, so that was crazy, but we managed to do it, and it's seamless. It's seamless between what we filmed in America and what we filmed in Italy. So now just sort of like, it's quite, I mean, it's shocking. We found the only green dress in Italy, I think. Almost immediately. And it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Worked out really well.
Yeah. But the only green dress in Italy.
So
it was, yeah, so that was good. That was the adventures of filming in Italy. And then of course it was raining, and we're like, it doesn't rain now, it's gonna rain. And I'm messaging SR, and I'm like, hey, so it's gonna rain, so I'm gonna, if you don't mind, add some shots of the of Gabriel running to get an umbrella and carrying it over Julia. And they were like, that sounds great. I remember actually that happened to me when I was in Italy. And I was like, awesome. And no, I haven't actually spoken to them, or I don't know who they are, and this is all done through email.
Yes, I have absolutely no idea. Lots of theories, but no idea. Lots of big theories. The other thing, we were so tired on that first day of filming, because we probably finished getting everything at about 10 o'clock at night, and then I was at makeup at 4 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
Hadn't slept, jet lag, crazy. I was micro sleeping in the makeup chair. And then we finally got to lunch at about 11 a.m. And it was just the most amazing food.
Yeah.
It kept coming. Yeah. And there was so much of it, and it was so beautiful, and I was so tired that I started hysterically laughing and crying at the same time at this incredible lunch, because I was so overwhelmed with emotions and tired.
They gave me a glass of wine.
Also the Italians. So we're filming a restaurant scene with when he gives her the earrings, and so I think we were doing it like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I went to sip my glass in the scene, and it's wine. The Italians have given me wine at 5 o'clock in the morning, and so straight away my face just does this, and I'm like, I'm drinking real wine, I haven't eaten yet, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and one of the Italians over sees my face, the concern and goes, "Oh, do you not like this one? We have a different bottle."
We just lost you there. Oh,
5
yeah,
a.m. and that's real wine. And I was
yeah,
saying, no,
we lost you. We lost you right on that line, but they gave you real wine. Yeah, exactly.
it gave me real wine. So they were concerned that I didn't like the taste, not that, it was real wine and it was 5 a.m. Love Italian.
It was awesome, and the food was amazing, and I was very happy to get a glass of wine at 11:30 in the morning. But I was also shocked, and then we didn't finish filming, by the way, until 9 o'clock that night. So when you start at 4:30 in the morning and you finish filming at 9 o'clock at night, and they took like 2 breaks. We have this lunch break at 11:30, and then they have like a rest break. Like, we're just going to break for a while for a snack or whatever at like 4 o'clock or something. We're like, okay, such random hours. It was weird, but great. It looks beautiful. So let's see, what other questions. Will there be any changes from the book in the movie? No, not real. I mean, there are some subtle adjustments. Like, we'd have to combine a couple of moments from different scenes into one scene, but no moments were left out that I personally recall. And SR loves how we adapted the movie, and it's a 450-page book and it's a 200-page script, so that's pretty much like almost word for word. There's very little we could not there's very little that we left out. So what else? Any memorable moments or bloopers from the set? Well, a million memorable moments, that's for sure. And I think we do have some bloopers. I'm sure we do. I remember when we were filming this chocolate scene. Oh, this is a very interesting part as well, because we're editing this chocolate scene. So firstly, it was so good, but we were laughing so much during that actual shooting of that scene. It was so funny because Julia was so seductive, Let me feed you. It was just like, and when you see somebody that beautiful in a close-up actually saying, "Let me feed you," it is, you as a woman, you just sit there going, "Oh, this is just so much for me to handle." So it was funny.
Someone asked if there was any pranks during the film. This wasn't during the film, but so just before we started filming, Julia and I had worked really hard on the first week. Like, we'd really focused just on that. We'd had a few days together leading up. We were working really hard. Anyway, so I came to a session that he was having with Thomas, the dialect coach. He turns to me and says, "They've changed the whole week. The whole schedule has changed. You're going to have to learn everything new." And I was just like, okay, I can do this. And then I looked at him, I was like, "You shit." So he did that to me a lot, just like trying to mess with me, seeing if he could get a reaction. So I learned not to react.
But he was quite the jokester in general. He actually had to have a secret word on set, a secret word on set for us to know if we were supposed to take him seriously, because he would say all these things. And you're like, that's quite terrifying if that's actually, like, we're doing what, and everything, and then he'd be like, "Haha, got you." Every time. And then I'm like, "I'm not sure if you're actually being honest right now. Is this truthfully how you feel?" And then he'd be like, "No, gotcha." And then, but it's like always just waiting for him to say the secret word.
I know, but sometimes he would say the secret word and he would still be joking. Occasionally he abused the secret word.
I don't believe him on the secret word. Also, I don't believe him at all anymore. Now I'm just like, everything you say is a joke, Julio. Everything. I don't. If you really are serious, you'd take me aside. You're like, "I'm very serious, Tosca." I'm like, "I don't believe you. I can't believe you. I just don't believe you." "I'm very serious, Tosca." "No, I don't believe you. Still don't believe you." It's like, he is definitely the boy that cried wolf. So there's just it's too bad for him now. At this point, it's just like, what else do we have to say? The scene that we're most excited for fans to see, I think I'm going to say in the first part. The scene.
Well, Tosca knows better because she's seen the edit.
Yes.
I find it really hard to gauge because I'm inside it
Yeah.
and it happens and you're in the being of it.
Yeah.
And then I it's hard to gauge from the outside, which I think is good. I don't think you
Yeah.
want to be sitting out looking at the scene. You
Yeah.
want to be inside it. So
Yeah.
what do you think, Tosca?
The scene that I'm most excited for fans to see, you know, there's so many beautiful ones. Oh, how about when Gabriel first asks Julia to join him for dinner, and then
Ooh,
just getting into the car. I mean, you've seen a little bit of that in the trailer or the teaser. That was very good. Another great one, you know, when Gabriel is picking the glass from your hand in the bathroom.
ooh. Oh, oh, really?
Yeah, it's good. um,
Oh,
and
but that bit was, oh, it was one of those end of the day,
mhm,
you know,
so lovely.
big day one. Oh, good to hear.
And it's all one shot. It's all one shot, so we didn't cut into it. It's just one shot. And then and so these ones are really, and they're really beautiful moments for me because I remember them from the book. And so when I remember them from the book and then they actually turned out to be exactly as I pictured them in the book, which is so rare, right? As a filmmaker and somebody who adapts books to screen, I sit there and I'm like, okay, keep in mind it's never going to be exactly as you picture it. It's never going to be exactly as you picture it. And it is. And so many of these scenes are exactly as I pictured it. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. It's a little like it's a little weird. Like when Julia leaves the note in the door for Emerson at the beginning. Like, how did that was like a moment that I pictured in my head, and then it was there, and his anguish look. And so anyway, so I think that there are so many in this first part that I'm very excited for people to see. And that's
And
cool.
I love this.
The
The
Office is beautiful.
sound was just, Tracy just did the most insanely good job.
Insanely good.
The level of detail, like in Julia's room, for
Yeah.
example, same.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will really like it.
Yeah, the production design is amazing, absolutely amazing. And so when you guys see this movie, we built almost everything from scratch in this movie, just to be exactly as we could picture it in the book. And then every time we built anything, we would send it to SR and go, does this look like how you pictured it? And they would say, yes, this looks just like how we pictured it. And it was amazing to know we were that much on the same page. So what scene are we looking forward to in Rapture? Oh, well, we've filmed a lot of Rapture already. What I'm looking forward to for Rapture is filming the Italy portion that we never filmed because it takes place in Italy, and for a very good reason, we're not there.
Yeah.
So there's that. So there's some really incredible, of course, the wedding and we filmed some of those parts. Oh, you froze. Oh, Melanie's gone. Oh, did we lose her? Is she going to be able to come back? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, podcast with Julia and Melanie. That's a great idea. Let's see. Ah, we're back.
Hooray.
So yeah, so I think there's so many, but I have to say that the what we filmed already in Rapture is so amazing. And we obviously, as some people know, we've shot where the two of you break up, and I mean it was so heartbreaking to watch that being performed by you and Julio, like as a fan and as a filmmaker. I'm watching it, and I remember after watching it, and we're all like, I was crying during your performance, and then I came out of that and I was like, I have got to direct a comedy. I was like, I need to direct something funny. I need a moment. It is so intense, but the right amount of intensity. So it's like, so yeah, Rapture's amazing. And of course that's halfway in the can, and almost halfway through the can, and in the can, and hopefully we'll get to film the rest of it this year. That is our goal. So
Our goal.
that's our goal. But so I guess just before we sign off here, we've been on for nearly an hour. What's Julio's favorite quality? What's Julio's best quality? Somebody said greatest quality.
What's Julio's best quality? Look, for me, it's that he's so funny and so much fun,
Yeah.
but also so smart and kind and sensitive. The combination of those two.
Yeah. Oh, we cut off again.
Human.
You cut off from the combination and then delightful human.
Oh, the combination of being really funny and fun, but also really intelligent and kind and sensitive makes for a really delightful human.
Yeah, he is amazing, and you know what, I am a strong believer that his mother had a lot of played a strong role in that for him. I think we lost Melanie again, unfortunately. Hopefully she can hear me. She's coming on. His mom. I was just talking about his mom, Melanie, and how amazing his mother is. And I think that yeah, and his mother was with us actually for the first couple of weeks of filming, and she's like a super cool, very sexy, strong woman. I believe she's a former judge in Italy, and like just like super smart, but so there for her son as well. And you could just see how that, yeah,
so kind, so encouraging, and you can see how she has so helped mold the person he became. And oh my gosh, I'm in love with her. She's so wonderful.
Yeah. Did I just see that Sylvain Renard joined us? Sylvain? Really? SR is here? Yes! Hi, SR.
Hey, Essa, this is exciting.
I know, now I feel nervous. No, but it's but yeah, so Julio is for me also one of those incredibly dedicated, beautiful human beings that's just such a pleasure to work with. And he takes things he takes the work very seriously. He has such a high respect for the work as well, and a genuine respect for women, which I also really appreciate, because that's very important especially in the world that we are working in, when it comes to romance novels. You don't want to have somebody not have respect for women and the romance novel world, and he really does. And he's kind and sensitive and smart, and I appreciate that. So much like you. You are a very kind, very sensitive, very smart person, very well prepared. So thank you. All the compliments in the world. Well, I don't know if there's anything else that we can answer for everyone, but I'm really grateful for everyone joining us today, and thank you. Thank you, Melanie. So nice to see you. I've missed you.
Ooh, I've missed you too.
And hopefully we'll get to see you very, very soon, and film the rest of this movie. And I'm looking over here. There's my calendar. That was full for the entire year. We had like Rapture and Redemption basically filming all of it before March of next year. And now I'm like, when are we gonna be able to go anywhere? So anyway, I hope that you're remaining safe, and you guys have some safer at home policies there?
We're all in lockdown here, and I think that's the only way to be right now, to keep everyone in the community safe.
Yeah.
So everyone's home.
Yeah. Everyone's at home. I come out every now and then just to stay in this very, very, very small bubble that we've created for editorial. But there's no one here. It's like being in an office on a Sunday, right? There's nobody here. But yeah, so please stay safe and stay healthy and stay well. And everyone out there, thank you so much for joining us, and stay well, stay safe, stay home.
Exactly.
And we will be bringing you Gabriel's Inferno as soon as we possibly can.
Hooray. Thanks so much, Tosca. Thanks
Bye.
everyone for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.